right, so all the analysts going for Elephant and the two plebs going for IG. Well, VCOP will stick solid together. Enjoy the cast, enjoy the game. It is now live. I'll let you guys get into it. Enjoy IG versus Team Elephant.
All right, on to this game number 2. Should be exciting. You know, I like seeing different heroes on FY. I'm a big FY fan. So I'm interested to see how he plays this bounty. We've seen it be the Bounty Hunter curse. Both teams that have picked Bounty Hunter up to this point have lost. But I think things are a little bit different. You've got a team like Elephant that really know how to put everything together.
Yep, and we missed 2 kills. Like, they actually started before we even got going. Damn, they can't even wait for us. Jesus, relax, guys.
It's that pre-horn first blood still counting down.
It's happening so much this patch because it starts at nighttime. You know, everybody's trying to take advantage of that. I will really outnumber you here, but then they're 5 there too, and it's just pretty messy. But yeah, I think theoretically bottom lane should be very easy for the Radiant, and top lane should be very easy for the Dire, because Morphling matches up pretty well into the Beastmaster. I'm a little bit worried about the Coddle though, because Coddle against Bounty is not fun. Oh, so they put the Ember top, actually, and the mid-Morphling against the Puck.
Yeah. They,
now that makes things a lot harder because Beastmaster owns Ember Spirit. I'm not sure why they chose to lane like this. Now I definitely think Elephant will win.
I think I was riding the Elephant train before. Definitely. I mean, Emo plays this Morphling well too, but you're saying the matchup's just going to be a lot more brutal for Fly.
I mean, the matchup, you know, Ember matches up well against Puck. It's like a 6-4 for Ember, in my opinion, simply because he has much higher base armor now, and Puck has much lower base armor. But the biggest problem is Ember does not lane well against Beast at all. So we'll see, like level 3, you know, level 2 Boars, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble, up there.
Yeah, so far he's 5-0. Drow just 0-0. Finally gets a first last in that bottom lane. That was, you know, it took a while. But you see FY just putting the harassment on Ollie, and then Emo taking some damage over mid. Ooh, pops the Fairy Fire. Somnus still man fighting with the Adaptive Strike and one more right click. Not going to be enough to finish off the Puck. Both these heroes sitting with barely any health.
Yeah. That was not the best trade for the Puck though. He doesn't have any regen left right now. Whereas Morph is still happy regening up. Yeah, there was a little bit of a blunder by Somnus. Now Morphlings are going to have a good time. He's level 3 already now. I mean, we can see Emo is very comfortable in that Morphling.
Yeah. It's one of those heroes, I think there's a couple that both Emo and Fly shift between the two of them. I know sometimes they'll even switch the lane. They'll have like Fly play mid for a split second, and that's like, you know, they'll do that with Morphling every now and then.
Right. Okay, faring in more regen. Running very low on mana though on this Puck. He only has 1 more spell left as of now. And it can be a little bit problematic because obviously Morphling out damages you by quite a bit.
So FY going with the Shadow Walk level 1. Ooh, taking out a Courier. Kaka taking Eurus's Courier out of this one for a couple minutes. This is not amazing by the Drow to start. Started with like 0 assets on that first creep wave, I believe, but now catches right back up. 11-1, the lane getting easier.
A lot of these matchups really just come to fruition when you know, you hit like level 3, level 4. You get these frost arrows level 2. You know, a lot more damage for the Tidehunter. He'll have eaten through most of his regen at that point as well. And
a couple of big shots on the Fly, especially with that Janata, the Illuminate missing the bounty but hitting onto the Beastmaster.
Yeah, so here's a problem. If you play... Oh, that should be fine. If you play this Ember against Beast... Whoa! Ooh. That was close. 10 health.
Now leaving him with just a handful of health. And now staying still is FY. Looking over at Ollie. Well, don't want to cut you off on what you were saying before.
No, the Ember, you know, on this lane you want to skill, slide, and chain. But because you're matched up against this Beastmaster, you have to skill Flame Guard, otherwise you can't deal with the Boars. And that kind of sabotages you going into mid-game, because you won't have the highest levels. You know, you're dual laning. Yeah, I will see how it affects them. The Coddle is doing a lot of work, protecting his Ember very well. Mostly getting free farm still. But so is Beastmaster.
Now he's already got a medallion, and that's going to be pressure put on. Ooh. Now FY There with 30 health, avoiding the Illuminate.
Yeah.
They've got the sentry down. FY needs to be very careful.
Probably just going back to base. Playing with fire there.
Now walk back to base.
Yeah, you can already see Tidehunter, like, he hates this kind of thing. When you can't pressure the enemy off safe lane, you just feel kind of like, eh.
Don't you dare.
He's not getting destroyed or anything, of course, but it's not something Tidehunter likes, you know.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to be able to pressure the enemy safe lane. That's why he picked this hero. And he can't do it against the Drow Ogre.
Drow just continuing to farm at 22 and 3, sitting up towards the top of the CS now. As, well, you know, it started rough with that first wave. Since then, Drow's been fine.
Yep. Mid lane also recovered because it's a good bottle pickup. And he also got the rune in 6. I'm in 4, sorry.
See, FY, the sentry's there. They're going to try and go for the Bounty Hunter.
He has to be careful. There's a slide and a chain.
Gets in his searing chains, though. Illuminate, and there it is. Ollie blows up FY.
Yeah. You have to be very careful when it is Bounty Hunter. You can't really take these engagements.
Yeah, especially now that they have vision. You should know that now. Come back with a sentry and try and clear it up.
One more orb.
Somnus, illusory orb, looking over, trying to get the kill into Kaka. Using that bottle to get some mana, phase shift, but now going the other way.
Yep.
Somnus running away from JT on this Tide, taking a lot more damage than I think he was expecting at Ether Shock landing, and all of a sudden the Anchor Smash comes through. He's not as comfortable going after that kill on the Shadow Shaman.
Yep. And the Tide actually bottled Shadow Shaman twice. Gave him like a good 200 health back, which is why he survived. Well done by JT there. And Morphling just went to the enemy jungle and stole their rune. It was like, if you want to rotate. Ooh.
Has been killed.
How did he know that?
However, Fly staying near.
No.
There's the Janata. And FY gets one in return. Some solo experience going his way and a good chunk of gold too.
That is 2 levels right there. He was level 2 when he TP'd, now he's level 4. It's exactly what he needed because his game was terrible.
Yeah.
And they kind of just, let him get back into this game with this. But as you saw, like the Ember has a really tough time fighting the Beastmaster. It was very close. Both boys just died. Oh, Shadow Shaman out of position completely here. Yeah.
Eurus going after this. They've also got some help from Somnus. They get the kill on the Kaka. They've got the Dream Coil to follow this one up. He'll snap it. Going after JT. Thinking about that Anchor Smash. He might just get run down. There's the stun from Red Panda. Might want to get in front of him in a body block. Not even necessary. Somnus makes the rotation. He gets a double kill. 2 there for Elephant. A good exchange.
That was really well played by Somnus. He TP'd in. He was only level 5. But the kill of the Shadow Shaman gave him level 6, which then gave him the coil and the kill on the Tidehunter. Nice rotation. Good foresight there. A lot of people wouldn't make this rotation. I'm not level 6. I don't want to rotate. But obviously, very skilled player. He knows exactly what he's doing.
My mids don't rotate at all.
That sometimes happens too. But then you report them. Easy report.
Yeah. Fly. Level 6 here. Yep. Now working with that Orb of Corrosion, Emo over mid. Just, a little bit ahead of this Puck in terms of net worth. Only a couple gold.
Which is surprising, because Puck was moving quite a bit, whereas Morph literally just stayed in the mid lane the entire time. Now we see Bounty Hunter also getting a lot of farm and experience. He's going to be level 6 soon. On a post 4 Bounty Hunter, this is very, very good timing.
Yeah, he's moving over towards mid. But right there, Emo places a sentry.
Yeah.
Catches FY making the rotation. So
bottled up illusion rune.
Got the Orb of Corrosion. He really wants to get to this level 6. We talked about how this lineup can really snowball out of control, especially once you're getting track kills. One of the things that we've seen from bounty hunters, or these bounty hunter lineups that we saw in SEA especially, was the fact that, they were not getting to that track quickly, and on top of which, they weren't getting kills after they did get that track. It was only like 2 or 3 kills, and then the game spiraled out of control, and they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, that's the biggest weakness with a core bounty hunter, because after all, best ability is tracked, right? You get it as a support or as a core. The thing is, as a core, you have to leave your lane unattended, and you just have to keep rotating around as a core, which feels very uncomfortable. It's much more natural to be played in the support position, I feel. And that's what they're doing here. We'll see how much mileage they get out of this quest. Yep.
I'm going to go in onto the Puck.
he didn't manage to chain the shackles after the hex. Level 1 hex is very short.
Yeah.
I think it's like less than a second. So you got to be really quick with your fingers. But he just slightly missed it. Slight mistake there by Kaka.
And then up towards top, they've used the Dream Coil. They get the kill on the Fly. They'll get themselves at least one. FY, he's under the nose of this Tidehunter, trying to steal as much experience as he can, as well as some of that gold. He spots out this stack that's there for the Tidehunter as well. So FY looking to get things done, maybe help out in terms of just having that vision and maybe moving over Elephant to steal this stack away from the Tide.
Yep. Morphling also rotating top now to defend the tower. Have to see how much he can do there.
So they'll bring these heroes up towards top. They're going to want to look to fight. Phase Shift and the Illusory Orb out. Somnus will pick up that bottle, and the run is on. But a couple of Bounty Runes picked up a piece, as you've got a 2K lead right now for Elephant. And just that Drow sitting top of the net worth. Remnant over looking for this Haste Rune. He'll pick it up. He's right on top of Red Panda. He's got some help from Emo Kaka as well as Ali. They'll go to get the kill onto the Ogre. It will be Ali who takes it. He's on a killing spree now, level 6. Red Panda drops. FY still not 6, but getting close. They've got the dust. They'll continue to chase. They'll hit the gush. And now with everybody here once again, they'll take out a second. Ali double kill and dominating. They've come over and they've taken out both these supports.
Yeah, both supports dying. However, it is just both the supports, and they're still gonna lose their top tower, but they will trade it for the bot tower. The Ogre has to be very careful here. He's DPing bottom to bloodlust the tower, but he's completely out of position right now. I don't know if they want to fight the bot lane. He's just ditching, apparently, yep. Just wants to make it a little bit harder to get the tower with the bloodlust on it. Puck, middle, push to the lane, Keeper defending that one. And now Drow has the triangle area, enemy jungle area all to herself.
Could they dive this? I mean, they could definitely defend bottom. They've got the TPs necessary. Drought doesn't have a TP. Oh, now Bounty, he's TP'd mid, so I guess, yeah, they're just going to let this go.
Yeah. It's just a trade scenario, which I think is probably better for the Radiant side right now, because his Drow Ranger at some point is going to be the one that is going to be hitting the hardest. So he just wants a little bit of space for the Drow to farm up. Honestly, it's very hard to play Ember and Morphling against the Puck in a game. Like if you ever get to an Agalance, you're stuck in the Dream Coil whether you have BKB or not, and the Drow Ranger has all that free space to keep hitting you. It will be a tough game for the Dire side come mid-game, unless they really start snowballing in this like earlier portion.
I go for Red Panda. They commit the Serpent Wards, waveform. Now Emo, he's on the opposite side. He's blocked out by the Serpent Wards. They have the track. They'll land the Dream Coil onto 2. Fly thinking about joining this fight, going after FY for a second. JT over and near doesn't have the mana for a Ravage. Doesn't look like it'll be necessary. Fly burns out Somnus.
Yep.
Quick pause by
yeah.
Red Panda.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the pause. You got Yules being built by the Ember. Just not enough mana to get that Ravage off if they really wanted to run in and take this fight mid.
Completely out of mana. He'll need some mangoes or some clarities. So the problem now, again, is Ember is itemizing into a Yules because of that Puck. But that also means you don't scale. You don't have that Maelstrom, you don't have that Battle Fury. And again, I really dislike these kind of item builds where like you just don't scale, you know? Like you're just completely reliant on winning fights, which is very dangerous against a hero like Puck. Because if you get coiled, even if you have that Yules, there's another silence from the Drow Ranger, you know? Like, it's still risky, but you don't have any way to come back into the game if you don't win these fights. I would have much preferred just the Maelstrom first, you know, you play a little bit more cautiously and then go into Yules after that. Yeah, we'll see how they can make it work. It can work, it's just more risky.
Seems like it's going to be tough, too, because you're getting these Necro Books. They're putting the pressure on these Tier 1 towers, opening up the Dire side of the map, and Radiant can start to invade and cut down where you're going to be able to farm, so...
Yeah.
Definitely an issue. Necrobook 2 coming out for Yang. He's sitting second on the net worth behind Eurus on the Drow, who, like I said, had one wave of a slow start, but overall, things have been good for him. And now Somnus going into the Blink Dagger. So he'll look to get that positioning, land those Dream Coils, which you said can be a massive problem depending on the itemization from IG.
Yeah. I think he will also probably change up his item build this game a little bit. He's probably not just going to go into Blink E-Blade.
They found themselves FY. The Sentry Ward just on the edge. Fly with a kill onto this Bounty Hunter, keeping it close. Just a 1,000 net worth lead for Elephant at the moment. And still trying to open up some space for the Morphling.
Yeah. The thing is, they are always committing like 4 or 5 heroes to these support kills. They're not getting the biggest mileage out of the map. And they're pushing a lot slower than the Radiant team, especially without Rasta wards. And yeah, top tower is gonna fall much quicker than the bot tower. I think they can even still defend that if they want to. Ogre is already TPing. It's gonna be Bloodhouse in the tower, gonna make it just that much harder to get it. Beastmaster has TP, Drow Ranger has TP, so it's not even a trade, it's just a free top tower without any sort of defense. They haven't used a single Ravage yet. I'm wondering when they are trying to set it up. Maybe he wants to farm his Blink Dagger first before he starts fighting with it. But yeah, usually at this point, at least you use like a Ravage to kill 1 core or something around the map, you know? But we haven't seen a single one yet.
Sentry Ward in the middle of the lane from Ollie, still trying to search out FY, who gets them a lot of information with those 3 heroes over bottom.
Yep.
Got Ogre leading the charge. They TP'd down bot FY. The TP was on cooldown for Puck, but now it's up for all 3 cores. They could defend if they were going to continue to push on IG to look for this tier 2 tower, but they back off and will look towards just grabbing these 15-minute bounty runes.
Yep. Blink completed on Puck now as well. Yasha completed on Drow, going into the Hurricane Pike next. Favors the mobility over the Dispel, which I'm not too sure about because they have the Searing Chains, of course. You need to be able to dispel that. But you can make an argument for both in this game. He'll probably end up buying both either way. And then Necro 3 completed on Beast. Game is slowing down a little bit.
Who does that benefit?
I think it benefits Radiant for now. But when this Tidehunter has Blink, I'm a little bit scared for this Radiant side. Because they don't really have a reliable way to shut him down. I love this itemization from Tidehunter. Just going straight Blink, no shenanigans. Because he will be the one that initiates for the team. You know, a good Ravage can just win you the fight single-handedly. And they're going Roshan just before the Blink finishes. That's a very good... You know that they recognize it's a good trade to trade the bot tower for Roshan, because they will give us that edge in that fight where Tidehunter might potentially have that Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now feels like more of an opportunity to go for Roche where you don't have to worry about that
Yep.
Ravage.
So they recognize it very well. While the entire team is stuck bottom, they got Roshan, push out top and middle. You know, just a lot of efficiency around the map. Good stuff, good stuff. Changing up his item build again, recognizing that Tidehunter is the biggest problem they will face. He's going for BKB on the Drow Ranger instead, which I am a very big fan of. Because Tidehunter obviously uses against BKB. Does absolutely nothing. None of his abilities go through it.
Do you think he goes back for the Manta? He's already got that Yasha, or would he switch it up into something else to combine with the Yasha?
He will probably go back for the Manta style, simply because the Searing Chains is too annoying to deal with. You don't want to BKB every time you're Searing Chain.
Yeah.
And now he's going back for the Hurricane Pike again. So I'm maybe a little bit undecided on what he wants to go.
Feeling out these fights as Red Panda gets blown up by the 3 heroes here for IG.
Yep.
They've got Beastmaster right by.
No mana.
Go in with the Dream Coil. He doesn't have the mana for it. Axes come through. Sleight of Fist from Fly, but now they've used the Primal Roar. They kill off JT. They look over at Fly. The damage from Eurus takes out this Ember Spirit. 2 kills there, 2 track kills there for the side of Elephant.
Brutal combination. The Puck Coil plus the melee Necro just burning all of his mana. Doesn't even get a chance to Ravage. Absolutely no chance. And now you see what I mean. Even though he has the duels, he still died, but he just has no way to farm faster. Like, he's falling further and further behind in the net worth. Over 2k gold behind Euros again. It's just, this kind of build can backfire very easily, and we see here why.
And now they go, yeah, he's going to commit to the Hurricane Pike. He picks up the 4-step.
Yeah, have to be careful. You have a Ravage.
Blink Ravage through, hits the Beastmaster as well as the Drow. They're going to get the kill onto Eurus, take out his first life. Serpent Wards committed by Kaka. They get the kill on the Yang. They'll end up taking out the Beastmaster, but can they get the second? They have the Hex, they have the Serpent Wards, and the damage with this lockdown from Kaka. 2 heroes dead. There's that Blink Dagger coming through for JT, and that's the Ravage they were looking for.
Yep, he did not have that Blink Dagger when he died down there in the coil, so they probably just didn't expect at all that the Blink Dagger was going to be there. And yeah, Lost the Aegis, died twice. Perfect Blink Dagger reveal, basically. Can't get better than that.
Yeah.
But now they know he has it, so they will be playing this game much more cautiously. Bounty Hunter picked up a hood, probably going into the pipe, just to mitigate all that magic damage. He will just be going full utility, you know, Lotus Orb, pipes, maybe a Vlad's even.
So if he's going all utility, normally you see that out of your offlaner. What does that open up for the Beastmaster to get?
Well, they'll probably both go utility because they'll deal. I mean, they'll leave the dealing damage up to the Puck as well as the Drow Ranger, because a Drow Ranger is a hero that. Hold that thought.
Trouble.
Easy
look
kill.
At the damage
Wow.
from Eurus. Yeah, just one Janata slows him down enough to get these heroes back on top. Another track kill for him, and the courier kill.
And the 400 gold because it was a kill streak.
Just too far out.
Yeah, Red Panda's feeding a little bit 0-5. Sometimes you call it making space, but this was just a. This is what you call feeding. But yeah, going back to the point, Drow Ranger is a hero that, with enough support, can single-handedly carry games, because her ult basically ignores all the base armor that you have, deals pure damage against Morph pretty much, deals pure damage against Ember. So as long as you support her with Solar Crest, with Lotus Orbs, all these items, you just keep the enemy in place, she will deal all the damage that you need. So I love the itemization, you know, just get more tanky, just build for that Drow Ranger to really start snowballing.
And he's going for the E-Blade.
He is still going for the E-Blade, yes. And he went for the Dagon first, actually. He went Blink into Dagon, now going to E-Blade. Now we'll see how that.
Oh, that's
how that
risky.
goes.
FY going back in. Force Staff away from the Serpent Wards. Gets the track out on Akaka. FY surviving for so long. But now they've got the Shackle on him and the Blinding Light to push him back. They'll take out FY. They don't get the kill on Akaka, who was tracked up. Force Staff was almost enough to get him out.
Yeah, but huge rotation once more, of course. 5 heroes again for a Bounty Hunter kill. His Ogre is probably going to be fine. He has to be careful on the Puck here. Probably wants to blow up the Coddle.
Yeah, trying to Dream Coil, but the Hex from Kaka! They'll catch Somnus out a little bit over aggressive. And a little bit too much ambition on that.
Yeah, now this is why I don't like this item build too much. I would much rather see like, you know, like an Aghanim Scepter, like a more defensive kind of utility build, simply because, you know, like you're gonna run into trouble if you don't have it against these kind of heroes. Like going this Dagon route is good, but against Puck, Ember, you know, there's so many ways to shut you down that it's really, really risky to go for this item, but he got punished right away.
Yeah, even the Lincolns, right? Because you want to be able to avoid potentially that instant Hex.
Yeah. Before he went Dagon after E-Blade and Lincolns, this game he went straight into Dagon. It hasn't paid off at all yet, he hasn't done anything with it.
Yang used up. Caught. Fly, does he have the damage hit skill? He's got JT right by him. This should be another one for the side of IG. They've now evened out the net worth.
Yep. They're kind of outplaying Elephant around the map right now. Like being just one step ahead pretty much every time. Now a 4-man smoke up though. Morphling, now just Illusions running middle for the Manta style. And they're all 5 bottom. They do have a Ravage available as well. So this is gonna be risky.
Yeah, it's tough to fight into this Ravage.
Running into them is not a good idea. They might just be able to blow up there.
They'll find Kaka. Sleight of Fist Searing Chains on the 2.
Yeah.
Still look at JT's positioning. He's looking ready to go. FY comes in, throws some tracks out, gets blown up hard, but not killed just yet. Backlines Ravage onto both the Drow as well as this Puck. They hit the silence onto the 2 of them. They get the kill on the Somnus. They'll take out one, the TP out from Eurus as FY drops as well. 2 gone on the side of Elephant, make it a 3rd. Red Panda now sitting at an 0-6. That was positioning perfect from JT on that high ground, ready to go with the Blink Ravage.
Like, I'm not sure why Elephant is forcing so much right now. Like, they don't have the BKB. They know they have a Blink Ravage. Like, these fights seem very forced, and yeah, like the last 5 minutes have all been IG. Like, Elephant just seems to be getting outmaneuvered quite heavily.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this has at least been, up to this point, IG recovering and kind of keeping Elephant in check. We talked about the potential to snowball from Elephant, but they haven't gotten there just yet.
And they just keep getting picked off right now on Elephant. And yeah, I mean, obviously team fighting is hard when Ravage is up, you know, but when it's down, you're gonna use that timing to do something. But they do it like in reverse. When Ravage is down, they're content farming, but when Ravage is up, they want to fight. So there's some yeah, I'm not sure what their communication is like, of course, but it just seems a little bit weird the way they're approaching this game right now.
Take a look at Kaka. Has that Aether Lens. Shackles are going to start coming in from quite a distance.
Yep, 400 gold for his Blink Dagger. Really, this entire game is literally just about this draw. Dire wants to blow the draw up. Radiant wants to protect the draw.
And there's the E-Blade showing from Emo.
He just solo killed him?
Yeah.
Without even... Yeah, he didn't phase shift anything. Interesting. They even had a ward there on Radiant.
Got his E-Blade first.
Yeah. But it's not something I would expect a player like Somnus to die to. Especially when you have vision of him.
So now a 2K lead for IG. They're starting to get ahead. They're going to smoke. They're fueling themselves. 20 seconds till Ravage is back up.
Yep. BKB completed in 50 gold on a draw range. Then it will be a lot harder for the Dire to blow them up. But what they have is going to be that Blink Dagger on that Shadow Shaman. If he gets hexed first on a draw ranger, they will lose every fight. Smoked up 4-man here. Ravage up again in 1 second.
Speaking of Tide, he's going right into the Arcane Blink. Phase Boots, Arcane Blink.
Yep, just for that cooldown on the Ravage. It's interesting. It can leave him very vulnerable to just dying to the draw ranger, especially when he has his BKB. But it's very hard to react to Arcane Blink Ravage because the animations are so fast that you can't BKB react to it anymore. Like, you hold Dota knowledge with that improved animation, it's just gone, you know? Like, your reflexes have to be like double as good as they were before. Which is just like, this Arcane Blink it's a crazy addition to the game. Like, it just changes like everything. How you approach the game, how you approach the team fights.
I haven't really seen an upgraded Blink be like a first item, because
Same, unless you Tinker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can see why, because as I said, like, this draw is itemizing into BKB and is one of the quote-unquote counters, because no human can react to that. You know, it's just pretty much instant, just like the Shadow Shaman Blink. And there's so many threats for Euros to worry about that it's going to be very hard for him to approach his team fights.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
IG will go grab the tier 1 top. You can see Elephants kind of change their game plan, though. They're not just fighting into IG thinking that they've got the superior team fight at the moment, which now with Ravage up, I mean, it's clear. With the Blink Dagger, the Ravage, after 2 lost fights, you need to play a little bit more passive.
Yeah, that's a lot better. They're just sticking together as a unit now. They might want to smoke up themselves. They do. Ember has a BKB now, though. Ember has quite a lot of farm now. The Morphling is huge as well, of course. Doesn't have any way to protect himself, though. No BKB, only the Manta Star. If they blow up this Tidehunter, Dire loses. Like, if they blow up the Tide with the draw BKB, they will win the fight.
Look at JT's positioning again.
Yeah, and they have a Sentry Ward down there as well, of course.
They smoke themselves.
Smoke up again. This is the last smoke they have, so they gotta make this worth.
Fly leading the charge. Smoke broken on Red Panda. Side of his Searing Chains that comes through onto the Ogre. Now they'll throw the E-Blade as well as the Adaptive Strike that kills off Red Panda. He buys back immediately. Fly, Slight. Hasn't popped that BKB just yet. Maelstrom procs becoming a problem too. The Sentry is down for the Dire side. We'll take that out and maybe look to fight. They've got the silence, but there's the Yules. Illusory Orb over. Is Somnus going to make the jump? He'll stay back. Very hesitant on whether or not they want to fight.
It's a tough position to be in. As I said, like there's like 3 problems for this Draw Ranger right now, and he has to be aware of all of them. If he gets caught out by a single one of them, he will just explode and die. And he's like the only damage I have on Radiant right now. Going straight into Roshan and Dire. They know they have the Arcane Blink, Shadow Shaman wards. Now it's go time for them. But if they lose this fight, another smoke up by Radiant.
Slight comes up top.
This is the game-deciding fight. Whoever wins this is probably going to win the game.
Sentry Ward down. Roche getting down to about half health. The Illusory Orb comes in. They'll evacuate the pit. Fly tracked up, so they're keeping an eye on him, but they do have the Sentry. FY has to be very careful about the way he positions in this. They committed the Serpent Wards inside the Roche pit. Damage on a Fly from a couple of right clicks. Definitely felt from Eurus. He still has that BKB with 10 seconds left.
This is like this perfect stallmate situation. Every lane is neutral right now. Nobody has to worry about any lane. Literally all 5 heroes are just chilling at the Roche pit. And eventually somebody's going to make a move, and
It's like fly.
Yep. This is like the most exciting kind of thing. Who's gonna make the first mistake?
Farming this neutral camp. FY spots him, throws the track on. They have the Yules. Fly again with a slight, killing off these necro creeps. Right click's coming in. That's on Emo, but they've got themselves Searing Chains as well as the Shackle of the Ravage gets used. Eurus blown up before he's able to get the BKB off. Down for 60 seconds though. Buyback. IG might be an opportunity for them to go for Roche, but they don't have Ravage anymore.
But no draw ranger means no damage for the Radiant.
Sentry Ward is a bit north, so it does give an opportunity. There's another one placed down, so FY will definitely be covered on that. They've got themselves the Dust. They'll have the right clicks coming through to try and kill off FY. They're taking out the Bounty Hunter. The Dream goes out into the Morphling as well as the Coddle. Ollie and Emo, no worse for wear, though.
Yeah, I think it might just be time to, to kind of just surrender the Roche, just give it to them, stop feeding in kills. At this point, it's just a given that they'll take it, and the draw, maybe hold that thought. Puck is trying to.
Oh, the blink and the hex. Now the sun comes in, Roche goes down, Emo picks it up, but the E-Blade Kaka blown up, illusory orb over, doesn't jaunt to it, actually goes the opposite direction. JT finds himself Red Panda, but Yang is right here. They've slowed him down. They want to get this kill. Somnus, E-Blade on cooldown for another 8 seconds. Fly leading the charge. Looking for an opportunity to maybe jump. Morphling's not joining them though. He's backed off and farmed. He wants to get the Scotty in his hands now that he's got that Aegis.
Yeah, but last team, or not really team fight, rather when the Drow got picked off, it highlighted exactly what I said before. He was very aware of the Morphling and Tidehunter's positions, but the instant hex caught him off guard, gets blown up immediately, and that it's super hard to play Drow Ranger this game. Because the game, like, again, if Puck itemized more, like utility, like into an Aghanims, this Draw Ranger would have a much easier game. Just E-Blade, Adaptive Strike combination, easy pick-off for the Morphling again.
There's a Scotty.
Scotty completed. Now he has another problem on Draw Ranger.
Yep. And the thing with that Arcane Blink too is it makes that Ravage 112.5 seconds cooldown. They'll find themselves another one. Double kill for Emo. Wicked sick. As Emo is 7-0-9 yet to die in this game.
Yeah. They've just been outplaying Radiant for the past, like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Has been all IG. Doing very well there. But again, Drow is a very explosive hero. Like, she can't really blow up this Morphling in like 3 hits,
Yeah.
Like, they need to keep her in check 100% of the time.
Blink Hex again. Now the Ravage to follow it up. You have a BKB, but you just never get a chance to use it. 4 heroes gone, and they're going to go for the tier 3.
Yep.
This one is in a very, very poor spot for Elephant if they're even going to hold on to it.
This looks like GG.
And they'll dive in deep. Emo going past the Ancient. They bought back on Yang. They want to get this Primal Roar out, but the Side of Fist Searing Chains coming through, as well as the fact that Emo's morphed into the puck, so he phase shifts and gets away. They're taking the mid set of racks. They'll go for the bottom tier 3. Still 40 seconds without both your 1 and 2. Waveform forward, Adaptive Strike with the E-Blade. Emo just does not stop. Takes Red Panda's life again. And they are going to continue to go for this bottom set of racks. There's nothing stopping them. And they're, like you said, it's been all IG the last 10 minutes. There's been nothing stopping them for what seems like the longest time. And with that kill on Yang, GG is called. IG, they show that Elephant can in fact bleed, and they take game number 2.
Yeah, and now I look like an idiot. Because I said, your first 2 pick your supports, you're gonna lose. Ah, man, why you gotta do me like that, Elephant, man?
That is no